All right, everybody, it's the start of a very cold day. The wind is blowing like crazy. It's 45 degrees, but it's 20-mile-an-hour wind straight out of the north. Hands are already turning red. But DP's in the Volvo. We've got to finish an electric line dig down here, and I'm gonna run the new Hyundai today. This is gonna be fun. I'm gonna give a bluntly honest opinion of the new Hyundai. Let's get this day going. All right, everybody, so here's what we got. Mike is finishing up that electric line there. What we've got to do is we've got to dig the base for the big green box that the electric company is going to put in. So we've got to stay 6 feet off of this pedestal over to this box. So we're going to pull a dimension, get our 6 foot mark, make sure we've got that plus sign. And you can see there there's 6 feet. We're about 6.5 feet. So we're going to start this here. We've got to dig a 5x5 box, 2 foot deep. Let's see how this new Hyundai digs. I'm excited. All right, so this is my first time in the new Hyundai. As I just explained, we've got a 5x5 by 2 foot hole to dig. We'll find out how this baby does. Pretty smooth so far. And just so everyone knows, I am not a good operator. I just am blessed with the ability to work with DP and learn new skills. And this is one skill that I've got a little bit of experience in, but it's not something that I do all the time. So DP has to tell me a whole lot. Hey, it's better to do it this way, which I greatly appreciate. And him letting me run the new Hyundai is always, run a new machine is always exciting. So we're gonna see how this goes. So far, it's a pretty smooth machine. I may not be set up exactly correct. If someone that runs an excavator as a profession sees this, they're probably saying, oh, you know, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong, and well, that's okay too, but we're gonna give it our best shot today. I've got somewhat of it dug. We're gonna go make sure our measurements, we got the length of it here coming out 5 foot by 5 foot, as I stated. I think I'm getting pretty close to 2 foot there, so we're gonna go take a few quick dimensions and make sure that we are on task with the box size. We'll be right back. So we gave him a little extra. We got 5.5 feet by 5.5 feet so far, and we are 20 inches deep. So we're gonna take a little bit out of here. I like to get the depth on one side. Obviously, I take just a little bit at a time. But after I get the depth on one side, it kind of gives me a justifier to go off of when I finish the trench. And that there is going to be our 2 foot depth. So we're going to track over and get the next half dug, if you will. I will say the Hyundai is really smooth. That any jerkiness that you're seeing is not the machine. That's me not being a good operator. Controls are smooth, and boy, I tell you, with the way today is, the heat works. Oh my goodness, the heat is, phew, it's definitely working. We're gonna turn this baby down. A little too warm. And we had to brush up on our Celsius skills. The machine is still set in Celsius instead of Fahrenheit, so you know, I don't know how to change that. It's not my machine. I'm not going to change it. So I've been to Asia a few times, so I know that my preference is around 22C. So that's what we've got her set on. guys. So there she is. 5.5 feet by 5.5 feet. We got 6 feet over from the pedestal. Hyundai did great. Digged pretty quick. Really smooth to operate. I'm jerky, not the machine. We got some more ditches to dig. Let's go get that going. All right, everybody. Got the box dug at the top of the hill. Mike is putting the finishing touches on that, and then he's going to come over the hill with what's going to be the water line. We're going to run the water line right through that gate right there that you guys can see. And then what this line here is going to be is a tee off of the water line, because the property owner wants to be able to run a main line over there to where their current camper is setting, which is right there, not at the house. And we're going to dig them a ditch that the plumber is going to tee off of this ditch, run the line all the way over there. But we are not going to dig across the driveway today, as there's going to be trucks coming in and out to build this home. So let's get started digging ditches. The dozer might not start. If it doesn't, the 120's sitting there. Yeah, in the ignition. Yeah, just make sure. I'm gonna throw you about a foot of dirt on that cable so you can put some tape in there.
Yeah, down there by the pole, stay back this way off the pole probably.
I'm gonna only do inside the fence.
Okay, yes.
And then that'll give me the, what is that, about 10 feet from the pole to the fence?
So where we can slide pipe and everything on.
No problem. I'll just stay off the fence completely. I'm gonna stay inside.
Sure he knows to stay off the rock pad and the septic pad.
Confirmed that already. I told him if he has to use the 120, he can see where I tracked over the field bed, was going to park on it. Do not do that again, and do not get any equipment up there on the gravel pad. He said, I understand. My plan is to just use the D4, which is at the bottom of the hill.
1, 2, 3, come on! Come on, come on!
Pulled right up here to the hay feeder as close as I could, and I'm gonna try to create a flat spot where I can crawl on top of the dirt pile and get that far end over to the fence corner. work around power line poles or fences until another 10 feet.
And you're also not hanging on the mountainside either. How about this? Just going down the side and pulling to you.
Oh, you mean get on the other side? Okay.
Now.
I'm just not you.
Fair point.
Yeah, I will say this machine's got some weight to it, and these rubber tracks definitely aren't as grippy as metal. That was what was getting me. bit of backfilling with the skid steer. Now we're headed back over here to get back to ditch digging. We are going to get this ditch dug yet today to ensure that the plumber can get his water line in tomorrow. Let's get going back on this sucker.
1, 2, 3, come on! Come on, come on! Come on, come on! 1, 2, 3, come on! Come on, come on! Come on, come on! 1, 2, 3, come on! Come on, come on! Come on, come on! 1, 2, 3, come on! Come on, come on!
All right, everybody, I am not an operator by no stretch of the imagination. Get lucky to run a piece of equipment every once in a while for DP. Got lucky today, and as stated earlier, been running the Hyundai, the new Hyundai today. I tell you, I am not a good operator. So it's a little jerky in the video, but that's not the machine. I have witnessed Mike running this machine a couple of times now. Machine's not jerky. This is 100% me, but I kind of wanted to talk through this a little bit. I consider this a big mini. Mike has a Caterpillar 304, and you know that's a mini, but it's a very strong mini, and I consider it a medium-sized mini. But this sucker here is a big mini, and I like it, to be bluntly honest. And I just want to also state for the record and for the facts, I'm not getting paid to say any of this. Mike hasn't asked me to say anything specific except, hey, run the new machine, see what you think of it. I tell you, machine runs really well. It has all kinds of power. If you're not careful, you'll just drag yourself right to where you're digging. So power, it's got it. Dexterity, it's got it. I have had to cross several ditches and things like that along the way to get to this point and do some backfilling, etc. And the dexterity of the machine is very nice. It's very nimble, it's very capable, and I guess the easiest way to put it is, all in all, as an overall score on the machine, I'd have to say that the machine scores high on the charts. Right there, I'll show you this right here. That right there, this, I tell you what, this sucker has one heck of a reach. And that was something that I had to get used to pretty quickly. I had to be able to position myself differently, as when I'm on the 304, you got to be pretty close. But this thing here, now granted, that there, I'm about 6 inches too far, but this sucker flat gets out there now, and it has the strength to...
Put your camera down the ditch on the other side of it here, don't cover it up.
10-4. Sorry about that. DP decided he wanted to talk while I'm videoing.
Make sure you keep your dirt back far enough so you don't get any of it.
And then he's critiquing my process because, again, I'm not him. But anyway, I love the reach, I love the power, I love the nimbleness of the machine, and just the all-in capabilities of this machine. I would give it a an A for sure. I'd like to dig some harder stuff with it to be able to truly say that the machine has the capability to pulverize, if you will, but that's probably something that DP is going to have to do, as he digs more than I do. So at this point, I'm going to leave you guys with, I like the Hyundai.
Back up a little bit more. You can dig in the ditch and your cheater's not on it.
I like the Hyundai, and I hope I get to run it some more. Now that he's had me back up, I'll end up a little bit of a high spot, but I'm about out of battery, and I've tried to video as much of everything I've done today. So as always, like, comment, and subscribe. I try to get to all the comments as quickly as I can. We're busy. Mother Nature has broke, so everybody's wanting everything done at one time, but I appreciate everyone that watches my channel, and we'll see you next time.